In this video I'm going to be explaining some tips and tricks for beginning the brand new FIFA, as FIFA 22 release is only around about just over 2 weeks away now, I think. Having been playing FIFA since FIFA 12, I have restarted plenty of times, so I've kind of learned what to do and what not to do, and like what can help and everything around that. The first tip I would sort of say is everyone loves to jump to the Premier League because it's the best league in the world. Everyone sort of knows the players. It has a bunch of big teams. Most of the time EA for some reason make the players really overpowered. But the issue with this is for a 75 rated common card it costs like 3k, which for a 75 rated common card is ridiculous. So my sort of best advice when starting a team in FIFA is to always go outside of the Premier League. So go to leagues like League 1, Bundesliga, because these leagues, although they do have their players that can be expensive, for example you have Haaland, who because of the hype around him as a player is going to be absolutely ridiculously expensive, but you will also have other players in the league who will be a lot cheaper. Serie A, for example, you have Mertens, you have Nainggolan, who tend to have quite a lot of hype of them at the start, but their price drops dramatically because the league's not very popular players, and it'll basically show you that you don't always have to start at the Premier League. There are other leagues you can start at, and it would be cheaper and easier to get these players into your teams without having to really like go out and get absolutely ridiculous amount of spending loads of money. And this also leads me on to my second sort of point. Don't just go and waste all of your money. Just don't go and all spunk it up the wall on like Adama Traore because he has 96 pace, but he'll be like 75 rated and will cost you like 60k. And then the rest of your team is just a bunch of bronze players who can't do anything, and then you wonder why when you go online you get absolutely battered because you're just trying to pass the ball to that one player who can actually do something. So instead, try and narrow it down and spend it throughout the team. So if you have 60k, just pay equally throughout the team for your starter team, and then once you have that decent team you can then start actually looking at upgrading it. I know this is quite a simple point and everyone will probably know this, but I've done it in the past where I've just spunked up the wall all my money on just one player, and then I struggle in matches because the rest of my team is absolutely awful. Just learning from past experiences, so I thought I would say this in case someone doesn't actually understand that this helps. And the third point is make use of all the advanced SBCs. So there's normally 3 at the start of FIFA. There is the Nation one, there's the League one, and there's the Nation and League. Now these can be quite expensive. I think around about 60k, but you do get 5 packs from it, and they are always really good packs, especially at the start of FIFA. And because you get a bunch of starter packs at the beginning of FIFA, you'll probably get your first rewards from maybe squad battles or rivals, or I think Foot Champs normally starts quite late, so not Foot Champs. But these normally give out like rare mega packs and rare player packs, which are amazing once FIFA's first come out, and it will just give you, it'll pretty much just allow you to make a team without even having to go on the market and buy anything. And if you get really lucky, you could then pack someone who would then make you loads of money. So I think even though these are expensive, you can normally craft them quite easily, especially if you've like got all your reward packs, and these are just brilliant to do. There's not really much else to say on this. It's just make sure you do your advanced SBC. This is more of a complicated one, and you have to kind of have the patience, which I don't. So it's probably quite ironic that I'm actually using this as a point, but it's more because I can direct you to places that actually do know what they're on about. But it's actually look at the marketplace, keep an eye on the marketplace, because players players will rise, players will drop, depending on hype in real life, depending if they're in the team of the week, because then that gold card won't be in packs, so they're like flooding into the market won't be as big as it normally would be. So keeping an eye on the market it is tricky. You can look at apps. So Footpin normally have like a graph which you can normally follow, and there are channels. I think Nick on, he's quite a big FIFA YouTuber, but he understands the market. I don't know how you can understand the market, because I find it really confusing, but people do understand it. If you go and follow these people, they can then let you know. But yeah, this is quite an important one. Sort of just keep an eye on it, because you don't want to buy a player for like 60k and then his price suddenly dropped down to like 2k, and then you've lost 60k when you could have sold him and then brought him back when it went down to 2k. So yeah, just keep an eye on the market. This just if you have patience to understand it, then all means go and do that. If not, just follow people that do. So the first 4 points were very much like serious points. This is a point, and it is true, but it's also kind of a piss take. So pace in FIFA, pace is by far the best stat on a player. They could have 90 rated everywhere else, but if they have 50 pace, this player is going to be absolutely useless. However, if it's flipped around and he has 90 pace and 50 everywhere else, you can actually somewhat still use him, even though in front of goal he probably will be absolutely terrible and won't be able to hit a barn door. But it will still get you up the pitch. So, if you open up a pack and the player has decent pace, keep him, because you can still use him. You lob him in your team, bring him on as a super sub. Pace is like diamonds when it comes to players in FIFA. If they have pace, then they are amazing and sick. So keep an eye on pace. This is more of a thing for players that have literally just bought the game, because if you've been playing it for a couple of years, you understand that pace is everything. But in case you don't know, pace. And then the final point, which I'm pretty sure EA will agree with me on this, your credit card. Now, if you have played FIFA for many years, you would have realised that if you put money on the game, you get No, I'm joking. If you put money on the game, there aren't guarantees that you will get anyone good, but a little boy who abuses his mum's credit card, if he puts on money, he is probably most likely bound to get a better team than some geezer who has just tried to play the game normally and has opened up a few raw packs and has got nothing. Because you'll make money from opening up the packs. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure, like I said, EA will agree with me. EA love this, love the fact that you grab that credit card and slab it on the game. Don't actually do this point. This is literally a joke. Don't put your credit card on the game. Don't spend money on packs. Buy the game. That's all the money that EA need. They don't need more money than your credit card. And now I love how this has turned more into a rant rather than a thing. Yeah, these last 2 points were more just me just throwing shade at EA. They weren't really needed in the video, but you know, it is what it is. But so if the first 4 points have like been any helpful to you, then I mean, like, sure. Yeah, but the last 2 points, just ignore them. It was me more just throwing shade. Apart from the pace one is quite useful. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling now. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you found it interesting, then be sure to subscribe. I'll be releasing more content. I tend to have very short fuse on FIFA, so if you like people raging, then be sure to subscribe, because I'll be probably doing challenge videos, and they will be very interesting, because I'll probably break a bunch of shit. So if you enjoy people suffering, then yes, be sure to subscribe, because I'll be making FIFA 22 content when it is released. So yeah, thanks for watching, see you guys later, and peace.